Hi, welcome to another episode of The Story Behind the Story. And I'm Karen Rose, and today I'm going to be talking about my second book, Have You Seen Her?, which was released in 2004. And I had written the book Don't Tell. It had come out the year before, and my first publishing contract was a 2-book contract, so I had to write a second book after I'd finished Don't Tell. And I remember being so concerned after writing Don't Tell that my villain had killed 8 people, and I think my villains have gotten a lot more productive and violent since that first book. But I remember thinking, I don't know if I want to do that anymore. Maybe that was too much. And so the proposal I wrote was kind of a white collar financial thriller. And my editor calls me on the phone, and she said, I don't think so. It's kind of boring. And I was like, oh. She said, why don't you write a serial killer? I said, you really think people will read that? And she said, trust me. And so I did trust her, and I wrote Have You Seen Her? I pulled some characters out of a story, the very first story I'd written that I started writing in around 2003. And so I pulled those characters. I loved them so much. They weren't going anywhere because it was not a very good book, but I love the characters. So I pulled them out of that book that's still in a box somewhere in an attic somewhere. And I wrote those 2 characters as Jenna and Steven Thatcher. And that's how the story came to be.